What's up everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we're checking out the Toyota GR Corolla. Is going to compare the automatic to the manual. So right now we are going to hop in the new 2025 Corolla equipped with the 8-speed automatic transmission, and we're going to see what this one is all about, especially comparing it to the manual. Now obviously when the GR Corolla first came out, it had the manual transmission only, which was a cool feature, but now we have an automatic. So getting everything set up nicely, pop into drive, and we're gonna mosey on down. Now for all the drive modes, check out the shifter first just to kind of get a good look at it. You can bump it over into manual mode. You can shift down here, but you can also of course take control using the steering wheel mounted paddle shifters. They have a pretty nice look to it. They got a nice little lip on the backside to give you some grip. And then for the actual drive modes, we have this control panel down here. You press it down for the track. You can toggle it over into gravel. You can toggle it to the left for normal. That's basically going to divide how it splits the torque from front to back. It can go from 50-50, 70-30, and I believe 60-40. Drive modes are actually going to be up here, and take a look at the gauge cluster now. So right now we're in custom, but if I go into sport, you're going to see that. And then going down to normal, we have a pretty traditional looking dial. So we're going to leave it into sport. We also have the GR4 into track. And then I'm going to be in manual mode, and we have traction control off. Now for launch control in this car, which we've already done earlier, can't show it again, you hold these down and you see how it says launch ready. Now from here you hold your foot on the brake, floor the gas, and that will basically give you like a 3-second countdown for you to do your launch control, and then it'll time out if you don't do it. But launch control is pretty fun, it's pretty quick. We didn't see any wheel spin or anything like that. But this is cool with the 8-speed automatic because a lot of hot hatches like this, you know, the Honda Civic Type R, are only manual. And a lot of people want a car like this that is going to be daily drivable. As of now, really the Volkswagen Golf R was your only option if you wanted an automatic hot hatch. But, you know, some people want more variety, and now Toyota GR Corolla gives you that availability. All right, let's go. So we're into third gear at 50. And then of course both cars are gonna be set up the same with the braking and all that good stuff. Pulling some G's. So with the auto, you do feel a little lurch every gear change. I'm not sure if I'm the biggest fan of that, but it does, I guess, add some drama to it, just a little bit. With the automatic on track, it definitely gives me a lot of focus for steering and braking. I feel like I'm definitely driving this faster around the track. There's no interruptions in power, so it's really easy to maintain that power band. And then as we do rip it around, you got really good power delivery. Red line is around 7,000 RPM. But with the automatic, I mean, it is fun, it's precise. It could be snappier. It's not quite like a ZF 8-speed automatic that we see in the Toyota Supra, but I still feel like for the fun factor, it's giving me that control that I want. These cars handle really tight, by the way. But it definitely lets you really focus on the track. Just a tad of understeer right there. I do like with manual shifting, I can see the whole tack turn yellow right before red line, and then I know when to shift without even staring at the gauge cluster. So I think that is a pretty good aspect with the fun factor. And you know, if you leave it in manual or in automatic mode, it'll shift pretty aggressively. It'll actually be a bit of an aggressive car when you're on the track, which is fun. And a lot of people here, myself included, you know, have driven this in automatic, and it's really responsive. On top of that, when we drive this on the main road in normal driving, you know, it gives you all the normal aspects that you would expect. All right, fresh out of the new automatic, let's hop into the old school, the 6-speed manual transmission for the Toyota GR Corolla. Now, with this car, you are gonna need it to be unlocked. There we go. So we have the 6-speed, got a nice shift knob down below, and there are still some cool drive modes and all that good stuff with this car. So got your shifter, of course, leather shift boot, but then when we take a look at the controls down here, we still have the same drive mode, as you would expect on the other car. So you can toggle between the two, you get the nice gauge cluster and everything, the normal one, as well as sport. Now this IMT button is your intelligent manual. So this turns on rev matching. It'll be a little green icon next to your sport indicator, and that is gonna give you the rev matching downshifts. We're gonna leave that on just for the track. We did the GR86 around the track, which doesn't have that, so you gotta rev match yourself, of course. But I like how Toyota does give you the option to turn that on and off. You have the same drivetrain control down here with the GR4, so we're gonna have that in track mode as well. That guy just spun out in the GR86. All right, rear-wheel drive can get you a little bit. That guy got pretty lucky. With the all-wheel drive in these cars though, it is quite nice how confident they can feel. But with this 6-speed now, the clutch pedal has a nice bit of bite right in the center, so when I press it down, it's not crazy heavy, but it still gives me really good feedback that I've noticed. And then the shifter itself, it feels around town like it has long throws, but when we're on track, as we'll notice, it feels just really good, really at home. It's a good reach from the steering wheel. And then when you are driving this around town as your daily, I find it to be pretty forgiving. You know, we are manual fans here. We each own manuals, we love them, and not everybody does, and not everybody wants to deal with a stick shift in the bumper-to-bumper traffic. But I would say this is a pretty forgiving stick shift that I've been pretty fond of. All right, manual time, let's rip it. So we got 6 gears rather than 8. I really enjoy it. It gives you more to do, so obviously it takes more skill to be driving this as fast as an automatic, but it gives you that extra driver engagement, which is a heck of a lot of fun. And just like in the auto, okay, first off, that rev match sounded amazing. The rev matching is very good too. It does a good job. It's nice and smooth. And I like how in the auto, you still get that same tachometer that'll light up in orange to give you a really good indication when to shift. So I'm finding I'm not missing shifts or over revving or anything like that. Gear ratios seem pretty good too. The manual is fun. I think Toyota's done a great job with both transmissions, honestly. My only complaint, I wouldn't mind the automatic feeling a bit more crisp like a ZF 8-speed, but nonetheless, these are not that expensive of a car, so I feel like it's really well-rounded. And hard on the brakes. I think my cameraman might be going a little crazy over there. Yeah, the gear ratios feel great in this car. I feel like I have a lot of control over the engine speed. Same spot, tad bit of understeer. Yeah, the shifter feels great in my hand. The clutch pedal is easy to work with. I think Toyota has done overall a really good job offering a stick shift and an automatic in the GR Corolla. If you want the automatic, you have that ability to daily it, to deal with the bumper-to-bumper traffic. From Monday through Friday, that's your daily driver. No big deal. It will be a perfectly fine daily. And then if you want to rip it on the autocross on the track on the weekends, it is snappy. It does a great job for the fun driving. If you want the old school manual, I don't have a complaint with this, even as a daily. It seems pretty easy to drive like that. And then when you're on the track, you have the old school awesome feeling that we just all know and love. All right, so there is a fun hot lap in the automatic and manual 2025 Toyota GR Corolla. Like I said, I think you can't go wrong depending on if you're gonna be more using it for the daily. Do you have bumper-to-bumper traffic to deal with? Do you want the old school aspects that we love of a standard transmission? I think Toyota did a good job making the 8-speed fun and lively and also very livable. And the 6-speed still gives you creature comforts to use it as a daily car as well. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video with the 2025 GR Corollas comparing the new transmission with the old school 6-speed. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, stay tuned for plenty more content, and we'll see you guys in the next video.